Hi guys. Sorry I'm late. Hello. Oh my god, my glasses are filthy. I can't even see. I'll just clean them. Hello, lots of questions here already. Sorry guys. Running very, very late this morning. Hi Kate. Hi Kano. Hi Maggie. Hi Lana. Hi Tatiana. Hi Nora. Hi Princess Amy. Hi Megan. Hi Kathy. Hi Sariso. Hi Megan. Hi TV. Hi Mason. Hi Baby Love. Hi guys. Now guys, I saw questions here before it started and now they've gone. Be very careful not to put your questions way before I start because sometimes they delete. Like I saw questions from Maggie at the very top and now they're not even there. Top chat, live chat. Hang on. Let me put it to live chat and see if I can see it again. No, same thing. Really weird. Okay, I'm going from the top. Hi guys, baby love. So remember I was telling you I was going to SP's friend's party. We all kissed as I was leaving, and then he told me him and his friends were going to the club, basically inviting me to go. He invites me to his section with his friends, or maybe many people were trying to talk to me. SP was like, I saw them flirting, and I was like, so that girl behind you was probably two. Anyway, so we left the club. I danced on him, and his friends called me my boyfriend, called him my boyfriend, but I haven't talked to him since that happened. It got me thinking, should I have talked to him more? Drunk told him a bunch of times because we dated before. Was it him having wait until my Uber came? Just was going with the flow, not trying to be under his arm the whole time. But now I'm like, should I? We did check on each other through the night. Darling, it doesn't matter what you do in the 3D. Mhm. You're worrying about if you spoke to him enough, if you should have said this, should have done this, la, 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 la. What you do doesn't matter, guys. It's what you think about what you do. If you think you've stuffed it up, or you think you should have spoken to him more, or you think he's not thinking of you now, that'll be true. If you think he can't stop thinking about you, he wish you'd talk more, he couldn't stop thinking about you ever since he saw you, that'll be true. So think that. Mason, how do I deal with family asking for money? They refuse to get jobs, but I always feel bad because I don't want them to be hungry. How do I manifest if they don't ask anymore? I'm still manifesting it. I still give them money? Well, it's up to you whether you still give them money whilst manifesting that they have their own money, darling. But just decide no one asks you anymore. You're not an overgiver anymore. No one uses you anymore. They will have their own money, their own jobs. They don't take. You aren't an overgiver and they don't take. And see them with adequate amounts of money and food and all the things they need. Imagine that for them and affirm that for them. And it's up to you what you do in the meantime, darling. It's what you think about what you're doing. Manifesting 101, Loz. So when I went to get together and SP was there, I saw him talking to girls and girls are close to him. I didn't react though. I was just like, you're the prize. And I feel like we could have hung out more, but we both were with our friends. Anyway, how do I not care about him reposting girls' Insta pics and talking to girls at parties briefly? I talked to guys too at parties and my girl told me he would be a little jealous. Look, guys, I used to do things when I was younger, like talk to guys to make other guys jealous and try and get their attention and and that only works because you think if I do this, they'll be jealous, right? But if you start doing it and then think, oh, he's going to piss off and start talking to girls to get back at me, well, then that'll be true. It's whatever you're thinking about what you're doing. All right. You're worrying. Some of you in here today are worrying a bit too much about what you're doing rather than what you're thinking. You can make him jealous all you like, and if you decide he's a jealous guy and he's jealous of you because he's madly in love with you, that'll be true. But if you decide that you talking to other guys makes him talk to other girls, or Insta pics of girls means he likes those girls, then that'll be true. So stop being bothered by the Insta pics. Start working on feeling chosen and loved, and start working on your self-concept, darling. Thanks, Anika. How's it going? Oh, darling, have you got a question? Thank you so much for the super chat. TV. So for a while I've been saying SP wants to be in a relationship with me, but while on a coach live, he was saying that means nothing. Which coach was this? Guys, please be careful who you watch. And now I'm like, was I doing the affirming for nothing? Who the fuck were you watching? Who was this coach? Was it Joey or somebody who I had to block from my group because they're a psycho? Or who are you talking about? Guys, be very careful who you watch. There's a million coaches. The fuck? I've had to block coaches on my group, in my Facebook group, and on my lives because they've gone and solicited my followers because they can't get enough of their own followers. These one of the people you're watching? Hope not. Because I do feel SP wants me to be together, but when we get settled in college, now I'm changing my affirmations. We are already together. I was affirming all day and getting contact, but since I've been seeing seen him. It's been silent. And I saw him 4 days ago at a grad party. I tried calling him the other day. Maybe it's because I wanted to call him to call or just wanted to talk, but he didn't answer. Darling, you're doing a whole lot of worrying about what you're doing in the 3D. Sometimes I feel like I want to see where an SPRI and I are like, so I know he loves me. But even when I saw him, I heard a girl that really thinks I'm pretty say, she is so pretty, why aren't you together? And I didn't hear his response. You're worrying too much about the 3D, darling. You're not doing any manifesting. I don't know what you're doing, but you're not manifesting. How his friends all think we should get together. This is all irrelevant. I just feel we need to go on a date. No, there's a lot of chemistry, and every time we see each other, it's in group settings. So we may talk, hug, and maybe even kiss, but no further. How can I get my date with my boyfriend back? Darling, you're worrying too much about what's happening out here, what other people are saying, what other people are doing, what he's doing, what you're doing. You're on a manifesting channel. It's about your mind. What are you thinking? I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, I have to change my affirmations because some dumb coach on TikTok or YouTube on a live told me I'm doing it wrong. Oh, I have to change it to this. Oh, I better do this. Are you manifesting or are you acting? You're doing a whole lot of action and a whole lot of worrying about out here and not a whole lot of worrying about what you're thinking up here. And are you thinking up here at the moment, he doesn't want me. I need to lock him down. He needs to actually date me. Everyone wants us together, but he doesn't want us together. I need to know what he's thinking. What's he thinking? Does he like me? I don't know if he likes me. I'm trying to hear if he likes me. I'm trying to hear what he said to that girl and that girl said that. What did he say? You're meant to be doing it in your mind. Imagine you were together with him in your mind. The end. Work on your self-concept. Are you working on your self-concept, feeling loved and wanted by him? Obviously not. Stop watching dumb coaches as well. I know Neville said everything has its appointed hour. Is this divine timing? You're divine. So yes, it's divine timing, meaning you're the divinity within you. The divinity within you decides the timing. Called your subconscious mind, source in you, God in you. Guys, it's not something outside of you that decides. When people talk about divine timing, they talk about it like something out here, the universe or God out here or whatever it is, this entity, this higher entity is doing it for you and deciding the timing. Those dumb fuckwits don't understand that you're the higher entity. God in you. Do you not realize Jesus Christ is in you? Test yourself and see. You are all gods. Do you not realize you are all gods? It's you that's deciding the timing. And the timing is as long as it takes you to convince your subconscious, the God in you, that it's true. Have you convinced yourself that it's true? Until you do, it'll take long. Right? You're divine, guys. If someone's SP doesn't come back, did they not do it right? Guys, if they don't come back, it's because you're in the state of where are they? They're not here yet. Okay. So you've got to be in the state of they're here. But sometimes, yes, if they don't come back, it's because the person didn't change their thinking, their old story about themselves, their old story about their person, the old story about their breakup. They didn't change anything inside themselves, thinking wise, state wise. They didn't change their state from being unloved by them to love, being with them, not with them to with them. And so we know it doesn't work. That's why I say when people go, oh, you can't stuff your manifestation up. Yes, you can. You can be thinking shitty thoughts, the old thoughts you used to think, and it won't work. That's how it works. So therefore, what you thought worked. If you think bad thoughts, that'll work. If you think the good thoughts, they'll work. If you think you're together, that'll work. If you don't think you're together and you constantly worry about not being together and worrying if you're doing this right, it won't work. But that will work. What you just did will work. Your reflected thought will go out and it will work. We're not together, that'll work. He doesn't love me, that'll work. It all works. It's just, have you changed you and you're thinking? Well, if you haven't, you'll just get the result of what you're currently thinking and what you're previously thinking. That's how it works. It always works. Manifestation's perfect. When people say things like, you can't fuck it up, yes, you can. You can fuck it up by not changing you and not changing your dominant thinking. That's how you fuck it up. That's how you don't get them back. I don't know who's telling you you can't not get them back. That's not true. If you don't change you, nothing will change. That's how it works. A lot of people blowing hot air up your ass saying, oh, it doesn't matter what you do, you can't fuck it up. Don't know about that. I've fucked up things many times. I don't know who these people are you're talking to. You can say it doesn't matter what you do, you can't fuck it up, and then you can change what you fucked up, but you can fuck it up. Okay? No, it sounds negative, but manifestation's perfect. It'll be the result of what you're thinking. What are you thinking? Doesn't just manifest positive shit. Scripting always works out for me. Do you think creating a script from SP point of view to manifest our relationship would be a good idea? That's great. A letter to you, a text to you, something he wants to say to you? Yes. I'm trying to manifest more money. I've realized my mum is a huge trigger for money and she constantly complains that we don't have it and hates to obtain and it hates to obtain. How can I change this? Oh, look, I had my dad here recently and I realized why his money situation has always been the way it is. He's just in constant fear about money and angry about money and angry about banks and a whole lot of shit. You just got to think of them differently. I just decided my dad's not like that anymore. He's so positive about money. He doesn't complain anymore about money. Just decide that about your mum. See them differently. Whatever their triggers are, see them not triggered by it anymore. See them differently. SP and I ended up having the what are we talk unintentionally because a mutual friend asked what we were, and then he said he wanted to make sure he is where he is supposed to be and doing what he's supposed to be doing in life before committing to being a boyfriend girlfriend because we agreed we're seeing each other, and he was stern in me knowing it's not that I'm not good enough and not that he doesn't want that with me. He used the analogy that full on relationship being like a house and the sale is pending. What can I do to get the girlfriend boyfriend relationship I want with him? Well, did you think that he didn't want to be in a full blown relationship? There you go. He said it. So it's pending. Do you think it's pending? Guys, when other people outside of you bring it up, you've had the thought that it's not secure yet. That's why someone else is bringing it up. That's why someone's reflecting what you're thinking. That's the only reason they brought it up. If you're with your SP and you're secure, no one's going to say to you, what are you guys? You know what you are. You're reflecting that out. They'll reflect it back. Oh, you guys are so cute together. So you obviously have thoughts that you're not secure. He doesn't want to commit to you. And that friend's reflecting that. And then he's reflecting that. So you're thinking you need to change Megan, not his. Got it? They're just reflecting you. Both her and you are reflecting, him and her are reflecting your thoughts. Change them. Hi, Loz. How are you, darling? It's my birthday today. And I'm so happy. Oh, sorry, so happy birthday, darling. Yay. Have a wonderful day. Hey. I forgot to mention, I hope you're doing well and appreciate all you do for us. Oh, don't worry, darling. Hi, Loz. How are you going? It's great to see you. I manifested a job I wanted where I needed 3 years experience and basically had none. I taught some of it, but never actually performed the job. With the help of manifesting buddies, they manifested that I passed the test given by the job. I have a total of 90 days to prove myself. I've got this. My self-concept improves daily. Also manifest take classes with my new job, and I'm getting $4,000 worth of classes and certification all paid for. I don't need any money. Abundance. Now I want weight loss and SP. Oh, wonderful, darling. You manifested all of that and $4,000 worth of classes. Wow, all paid for. All right. Now you want weight loss and SP. Well, you've done that. So then you know you can do the weight loss and the SP. Wonderful. Hi, Loz. I just want to know if it's essential to visualize from first person point of view. I try really hard, but I can't seem to do it as easily as visualizing myself in third person. Look, it's better if you do because that's what you would actually see. Okay. But if you can't see, you can just see yourself in your mind. Well, think about it this way. Like if you were lying in bed and the person was there, would you see yourself lying in bed or would you see their eyeballs and their body and them looking at you? Think about, try that scene because that's a really easy one. If you ever lay in bed with someone, you can imagine looking at them. Try it that way, but if not, the third person thing doesn't matter. Just decide that it doesn't matter. Decide that that's going to work for you, okay? And it will work. Just decide it does, and get rid of the fear that it won't. Nor on Friday, SP asked me to go to dinner. Supposed to be tonight, but here I am. Hasn't reached out all day. I promise, Loz, my self-concept has been amazing, but recently I had a death in the family and been more emotional and sat here today and just cried. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I still have a knowing and sense we're together though. It's not bothering me as much as I thought it would. I actually even laughed about it, but I don't know how to handle the 3D right now. I honestly feel like I can't get to the root of my self-concept problem. Look, darling, sometimes it's just the old shit playing out and you're doing so well with your self-concepts. Don't beat yourself up that the old him is still playing out like flaky or calls you and then doesn't call you or whatever you used to think might still be playing out about them. You might have changed yourself completely. You might have absolutely transformed Nora and you're doing all the work, but it's him still playing out the old story of him. Could simply be that. Put it down to that and stop beating yourself up and thinking you're doing it wrong. You're not. I feel calm and not triggered. Does that mean I'm only waiting? Oh, this is color. I feel calm and not triggered. Does that mean I'm only waiting for the 3D to catch up? Wish I could have found you when we were still doing coaching. When you were still doing coaching. I will be doing coaching again soon. Okay, guys? So when the self-concept course comes out, when you purchase the course, you can also purchase coaching with me in a group of 6, and each person gets an allocated time slot in the group, but you do it privately with me, or not privately, personally with me one-on-one, but it's in a group of 6, and it gets televised in the paid Facebook group live, okay? So if you don't want your name on the video screen, you can change your Facebook name or take the screen off and have it blank so no one can see you, but you talk to me live, and there's 6 lots of people on one slot one week, and then there's 2 slots per week, a US slot and a UK and Australian time slot, or the other end of the day, twice a week. And I'm only allowing them a month ahead of time. So once it's booked up, you'll have to wait till the next week to get released, the coaching, but you have to buy the self-concept course and do the self-concept assessment, the 4 fears assessment within the course to do the coaching with me. So Carly, you can do it. Okay. So after when it's launched, you can do the coaching with me. I promise, guys, in about, I'd say about 3 weeks time, because we've got a bit of a delay with the website at the moment, but the course is finished. I feel calm and not triggered. Does that mean I'm only waiting for 3D to catch up? That's wonderful. If you feel calm and not triggered, I mean, not triggered is masterful, darling color. If you're feeling like that, not triggered by the 3D, you're in the state of the Sabbath. It's done. You're in a state of contentment, like you don't have to worry. That's the non-triggeredness, the non-reacting, and the contentment and the calmness you feel is great, right? So put it all down to, I've got this. I understand how this works. That's wonderful. It means I'm not being bothered by the 3D anymore. I know it's old. I know it's laggy. I know it's going to come. I know it's coming. I just can't see it. It's here. I just can't see it. That's wonderful, darling. That's great. That's the feeling you want to have. Wonderful. Do you have a question other than that? Cake lover. Oh, hang on, I missed one. SPF 17 years and I've been broken up for 6 months now. We raised 2 boys together. I know now from watching that my self-concept was either in the shitter last year, maybe 2 years of the relationship. Working on me. Hope this new community I found is the help I need. Mental health was bad. Went into inpatient treatment for a week. Don't want to go back because of this, but 17 years was a long time. Okay, so if you had inpatient care and stuff, darling, that's great that you went and did that. Don't beat yourself up about that. I know sometimes when you go to a psych ward, it can be like, oh my God, I'm really, like, I remember when I did my therapy, it was in a psych ward, and I turned up and thought, how fucking low have I sunk that I'm here? Shit, I must be really fucked. You know what I mean? But another way I reframed it was, well, I'm getting help, and I've got a lot of friends who didn't get the help, and look how helped I was by it. So pat yourself on the back that you've gone and done that you've discovered what your self-concept, that your self-concept was poor, that you did have some insecurities towards the end of the relationship, maybe 2 years worth. That's good. Now you can fix it. Okay, so all that's playing out now is the result of those 2 years, the result of those old thoughts, the result of probably 17 years worth of old thoughts and your previous years before that. Okay, that's fine. Now you're changing it. So give yourself a pat in the back that you're changing it. You've discovered this. But what I want to know is, how did that end and what's the actual problem? Like, what are the insecure thoughts you had during the relationship? I am a queen 83, and I'll tell you how to fix it. So don't just tell me your self-concept was the shitter. How was it? What happened at the end and what were you thinking? What were your insecure thoughts? Because that's how I'll know what the self-concept issue is. Hi, Loz. I can't help but feel anxiousness when thinking about reaching out to SP. Well, then don't. I get super confident when start overthinking it. I didn't know how to get rid of the feeling of resistance and the anxiety. Well, then don't reach out to them. Guys, if you feel that anxious about reaching out, just let them reach out to you. Don't do it. Don't do it until you feel confident, really, because all you'll manifest is the result of your anxiety. Or you can start saying, I feel so confident reaching out. I am so confident in my own skin. I can say whatever I want. I never fuck things up. I do things right. I do everything right now. I heard a coach talk about the law of reverse effort. What is that? Look, I don't really talk about all these other laws. Neville does mention a few, like things like reverse effort. I don't know if he calls it the law of reverse effort, but it's basically you don't put in effort. That's called do nothing. Right? You don't have to put in effort to manifest. It's the complete opposite of manifesting. There's action out in the 3D and there's using your mind. Using your mind is manifesting. That's how you manifested the current reality in front of you. You thought about it a lot. You had dominant thinking that was habitual and it resulted in this. You didn't have to do any action to make that happen, right? So reverse effort basically means if you take back the effort you're putting into the 3D, it'll manifest because your mind does it. It's not the effort that does it. I don't believe in any other law other than I am that, which is called the law of assumption, right? What you think you am manifests. I think that's the only law, right? Apart from the law of gravity and the other ones. But this reverse effort or reciprocity or vibration or whatever this fucking shit is, people come out with the 12 laws of the universe. Who made those up? The only law I believe in is the law, which is I am what I am, right? I am that I am. Whatever you think you am will manifest. That's the law that creates. Right? So reverse effort just means stop doing shit. And stop listening to coaches who talk about 12 laws of the universe, please, because they're confused as fuck. I realized I'm scared to finally let go of what I'm holding on to because I'm scared of change and the unknown. There's that last hurdle that I know once I say I'm ready, I'll get everything. What can I do? Well, are you worried about fucking up? You're worrying about the unknown as in you're unconfident in yourself. You're unconfident in the outcome. You assume the outcome's going to be bad. You're pessimistic about the outcome. What do you worry about that if you change or the unknown? Is it because you were unsafe as a child or made to feel unstable or that change was a bad thing or you were constantly moved around a lot or you had an unstable household so you constantly try and feel safe now because it wasn't safe when you were a child? Or is it a failure kind of thing like, oh, I feel like I'm going to fail. If I just stay the same, then nothing will fuck up. I'm too afraid to start anything, try anything because I'm not enough. Where's it coming from, Kristen? That's where it's coming from, Kirsten. Who's this? Hi, Nika. No question, Loz. Just want to say hi and let you know I've been focusing on myself and my self concept and feel great and loving life thanks to you. Oh, wonderful, darling. You did that. Hooray. Oh, that's wonderful, darling. Thank you for the super chat. I purchased your ebook yesterday. Looking forward to reading it. Oh, good, darling. Yes, it's still there, guys. I'm going to come out with another one as well. So in between this course and the next course, I will bring out another ebook as well about affirmations. More sexy ones next time. They were very, very romantic and sweet, those ones. I'll get out some dirty ones next time with some swearing. I'm struggling. Okay, Janelle. I'm struggling with SP. I know I need to focus on subconcept. Feeling like SP is not loyal, committed to me. Well, then they won't be. And 3D proves it at times. Yeah, of course it's going to prove it. It's called manifestation. So if you dominantly think they're not loyal and committed, they won't be. And then it'll be proven in the 3D. You're not realizing you're doing that, Janelle? Oh, the 3D is proving my fears. Yes, that's how this works. What you dominantly fear will become true. Are you dominantly fearing they're not loyal? Oh, they'll go and fuck someone else. You dominantly fearing they don't want to commit to you? They'll treat you like friends with benefits. Ta-da! You did that. It's called manifestation. What are you talking about? The 3D isn't proving it. You're proving it to yourself because you fucking thought it and now it's manifested. You're proving it, darling. He told me he thinks I'm not ready. I thought I was doing good with self-concept. I'm not ready. Okay, so you've got a hold of it. He puts you down. He tells you you're doing things wrong. You're not ready for a relationship. He's blaming it on you, is he? In your 3D. You're not ready. Or he's not ready. Either way, there's a whole lot of someone's not ready story. There's a whole lot of I'm not good enough for this relationship. He doesn't want me. He's a fuck boy, or he's not loyal, or he wants other girls, or he doesn't want a relationship, or he doesn't want to settle down, or I'm not ready to settle down, or I'm all kinds of fucked up, or I've got so many issues, or I need to fix myself before I can be committed to him or in any kind of relationship because I'm a mess. Thinking. It's either thinking about you or thinking about him or thinking about both of you, but either way, it comes from your self-concept. So what's your self-concept, Janelle? I know it's probably something like, I can't trust other people. I'm afraid I'm going to get hurt. Things never work out for me. I'm not enough. Because it's in your comment. So what happened to you as a kid that makes you feel no one can be committed to you or loyal to you? That you can't trust others? Or what makes you think that you're not going to be committed to because you're not enough? That's what you have to fix. It's got nothing to do with him. And the 3D is only proving your thinking. It's reflecting, not proving, reflecting what you once thought. Did you once think he wasn't loyal? Did you once think he didn't want commitment? Ta-da, here it is. Go and use my sleep tapes, darling, especially the I'm Chosen one. Did I answer your question? Is that correct, your question? SP is still in contact. 3D is catching up. Oh, Princess Amy, wonderful. Nora, I've been doing a great job with my affirmations for wealth and abundance, but my financial circumstances in 3D tend to trigger me. How do I give a hesitation to spend money in my 3D good meaning so it doesn't take me out of the knowing that's already done? If you have hesitation spending, then just decide, put yourself in the state of like a frugal millionaire. There are plenty of millionaires who sit at, like someone like Bill Gates used to sit at an upside down door as his desk when he first started out. What's his name? The investor guy. He's like one of the richest guys in the world. He drives the same car, been driving the same car every morning. He has like a $2 McDonald's meal. He's as frugal as fuck. Just decide that you're one of these frugal millionaires. Oh, I'm not spending too much money because I'm a frugal millionaire. Don't see it as like, I'm saving money because there's no money to come. Do it as like, well, this is how I get rich. I'm rich because I'm frugal. Decide that, right? Just switcheroo the story in your mind about why you're so frugal and decide it's a good thing. Change the story about why you like that and start really focusing on feeling like you have the money already, okay? Can you explain the whisper method? How does it work? Does it work instantly? And how do you do it? Literally, guys, it's just thought reflection, except you're imagining you're whispering to someone. Either that they're there right in front of you and either they can hear you and they're present and looking at you and talking back, or they can't hear you, got their back to you, or they're just sitting there on a chair and you're whispering their ear and you snuck up on them, okay? Or you're just imagining you're sending the thought out and whispering to them. Either way, it's just thought reflection, like affirming. Okay, so you're sending out a thought and they receive it. You're just imagining you're whispering it to them. That's all it is. It's just someone came up with an idea to imagine the person hearing what you're saying and whispering it in their ear like a secret, or like, like you're putting it in their mind and you're kind of sneaking it in there in a whisper. That's why imaginarily it kind of works, because it gives you this implication in your mind that they don't know you're putting it in there and you're whispering it to them rather than going, you love me, and yelling at them. There's no yelling technique, okay? But the whisper technique seems kind of sneaky, which is why it works. And everything's instant. Manifestation, like thought reflection, is instantly sent out. Sorry, Thought transmission is instantly sent out, but when it reflects back to you, no one knows. That's the timing that no one knows, okay? Can we have affirmations from the end, like we are married, and at the same time affirm for the steps? Well, it'll contradict in your mind, darling. So, long as it doesn't seem weird in your mind, then say it. But if you're saying, we're so happily, blissfully married, and then you say, he's coming back to me, well, that's a bit fucking weird, isn't it? You can say, we're constantly talking. We talk every day. He has to see me every day. He doesn't feel right. I'm the best part of his life. You can say that so long as it isn't clunky with married. Hey, Loz, have you considered doing more sleep affirmation tapes? Can you do one about money jobs? Yes, I will. I promise you, I'm going to hire someone to edit for me. I'm literally going to hire someone to come to my house once a week and edit videos and edit my TikToks and shit after I've done this coaching, because I just won't have time, and I'm going to do a lot more sleep tapes. Okay, I promise. But money and job, yes. Lots of people have asked for that. What should I affirm to be in absolute control of my subconscious mind to cure myself of anxiety? Darling, go and do my anti-anxiety meditation in my YouTube. It's very helpful. Okay, use the affirmations in the last 7 minutes of that. Go to the 7-minute mark if you want to, and just listen to the affirmations and use those. Things like, I am in full control of my mind. The feelings I feel are just my imagination. I know it's just my imagination. I'm in control of the feelings I feel. I'm calm. I'm serene. I am in control. Say things like that, darling. Okay. What do we do if we really crave SP's physical affection? Well, just imagine they're physically affectionate with you. Imagine, do sex magic. Imagine they're having sex with you in bed while you're lying there alone. Guys, you can use your imagination. Mhm. Hey, Lost, back again. Said earlier that I had an interview yesterday and was super nervous. I was confirming they already had the job. It was confirmed they offered me the job. Woohoo! Oh, wonderful, darling. Congratulations. You did that. Oh, hooray. So imagine you had the job and you got it. Hooray. When you say SP has no free will, does that mean SP is forced to conform? No one's forced to conform, guys. They're reflecting you. I really hate this word conform. All they're conforming to is your thinking, right? They are confirming the change in you, and then they confirm that change, right? You change your thinking and it reflects to them and reflects back. So it looks like confirmation, but all it is a reflection. Okay. So the free will aspect of it is everyone's reflecting you, everyone in your reality. You're in your own reality, they're in theirs. In their reality, people are reflecting their thinking, but in yours, they have no choice but to reflect your thinking. And that's no free will, right? If that weren't true, then no manifestation would work. Affirmations wouldn't work. Nothing would work. I also feel like I'm going backward from the Sabbath now that my SP's birthday is coming. I feel a heaviness in my heart. It's been at least a year. I would have thought everything would have improved by now. Look, I know that feeling, guys, when birthdays come up. It's an awful feeling, okay? Their birthday or yours, and you wonder if you're going to speak, and it's just horrible. Birthdays are fucked. I get it, okay? But wondering why it hasn't happened by now, or you thought it would have happened by now, is a whole lot of it hasn't happened thinking. You've got to be in the state of it's happened already. Really try and switcheroo that. Hi, Loz. SP is conforming but doesn't want anyone else to know. What could this be? That you're a secret, that you're hidden, that you're not good enough to be shown off as the girlfriend, that you're not shown off because there's something wrong with you, Kate. He loves to show me off. He tells all his friends about me. He talks about me all the time. He puts me on all his socials. He's so proud of me. So that. Loz, something very bad happened. SP broke up with me not even 2 days later. Oh, this is the message I saw that was at the top. Loz, something very bad happened. SP broke up with me not even 2 days later after I told you how amazing everything was going. It was so random out of the blue. I reacted emotionally at first because I was at work, and he told me he loved me 4 times that morning, and then broke up with me 2 hours later saying can't do distance and he has no money. After I stopped and calmed down, we talked and stuff, and he told me that he just realized, oh, fuck, this just jumped. Oh, God damn it. Hang on, Maggie. Sorry. Oh, wow, there's so many questions here I've missed. I'm going too slow. Oh, Maggie, there's so many parts to this. Holy shit. You really have to come to Facebook Friday this weekend. Guys, remember in Facebook Friday, you can send me an essay all in one piece, okay? And I will be doing Facebook Friday again this week. Hi, Star in Space. Hang on. Where is Maggie started this thing? We talked and stuff. Hang on. We talked and stuff, and he told me he just realized he didn't have those kinds of feelings for me. He still cares about me and thinks a relationship wouldn't ever work. He said we're better off as friends and everything. I'm just confused and devastated. It was so perfect and then abruptly ended. I don't know what caused it. I didn't have a bad story of him, money, or long distance relationships. There was a story about you then, darling. There was no old story attached to him because he never hurt me or let me down. I trusted him, wasn't fearful. I'm just confused and telling myself it's just a hiccup in the timeline. It's just your self-concept, darling. And yes, say a hiccup in the timeline. Still have tons of people messaging me saying they wish I was their girl and how amazing I am. I even had another ex beg me back, be friends even, my self-concept in goddess mode. And I felt so powerful and everything was going exactly as I dreamed. I wrote and said that it would. SP said, I'm an amazing girl and worth it, but he doesn't see any romantic relationship and doesn't, where's the rest of this, feel anything anymore. I'm not even sure where to start on all this. I'm trying to stay positive and hopeful I can get him to feel something again. Maybe I went too hard on self-concept to the point. No, you can never go too hard on self-concept where people are now avoiding friend zoning me. No, darling. He also said it was because I deserve so much more than he can give me, that I deserve the world. So I'm having trouble pinpointing what thoughts caused this. Sorry for the long message as well. There's a lot of layers and showing up, and I don't know if it's a self-concept issue. It always is. They're just reflecting you, Maggie. Thank you so much for everything you teach us. Being so patient. My life changed a lot when I discovered you and became conscious of all this. Right. If they're friend zoning you, did you put him on a pedestal? Do you think he's really good looking or something? Is he physically like more fit than you or got lots of girls' attention? Is there something where you're pedestaling him? Okay. I love this guy so much. He's so great. And I know you love them, but you got to be careful that when you're loving them, you're not thinking they're better than you or not, or more sexually attractive than you or more physically attractive than you, because that's when you get the things like I deserve better stuff out of their mouth, right? Because they're kind of above you in your estimation. Now, you might not have had a story that you can't trust him or anything like that, but when you get friend zone, guys, every single friend zoning situation, they're all the same, is you feeling not good enough to be the girlfriend. And it's either because you've really put them on a pedestal, or you think other people are competition, or you just generally, and that comes from a general feeling of not feeling good enough in yourself, that you're not good enough to be the girlfriend. Okay. It can also be a story of I never get the love I need from the people I want it from. So you might be getting love and attention from all these other people, but the people I want, they never give it to me. So Maggie, what happened to you as a child? Well, you neglected a bit or not given the love you needed, not given time or affection or attention by your parents. And so the person you crave from it the most, they don't give it to you. And then when you really like someone, they don't give it to you either. Or it's a whole lot of, I don't feel good enough, and something happened to you as a child where you were made to feel not good enough. And then you always assume the person that you love is above you and won't give you what you need. It's something about people don't give me what I need, or things don't work out for me, or I'm not enough. Figure out what that thinking is, because it's always self-concept. And you may not have much of a story about him, but it's a story about you that's being reflected back to you, okay? It's always about you guys, and you can't go too hardcore on your self-concept. Okay. Hi, Brid. Hi, Brittany, darling. I saw you were live before. How are you? Darling, Brittany, I'm getting in contact with you. Nahal said the website should be finished in about 2 weeks, okay? And we'll have a meeting, okay? I promise. This has been taking too long. I'm sorry it's taken so long. I hope you're still on board. Otherwise, I'm fucked. Hang on, Daniel. Where am I? Fuck. Where am I, guys? Hi. Hey, Lois. Hello, everyone. Oh, God. I'm only up to the hello. Hi, Lois. Can we manifest him even though he doesn't know I exist? Yes, darling. It doesn't matter if they don't know you exist. I've manifested someone who didn't know I existed, and I got together with them like out of the blue. They turned up at a thing near my house. Just imagine you two together. Hey, Lois. So happy to see you. Oh, Jamie. Do we really manifest everything around us? I can't seem to grasp that. Like, I've never manifested other people to start an instrument or whatever. To start an instrument. You mean argument? Like people around you are argumentative. If you assume people are argumentative, or you assume people argue in front of you, you might find argumentative people. Is that what you mean? Hi, Loz. Your videos helped me get my SP back. After a month and a half, he had a lot of family stuff happen. I had to put down his dog. He said he needed to get himself out of the negative space by himself. I was really upset at first and calmed myself down after a few days, created a new story, and know that he is in love with me and affirming we are together and that he's really happy and healthy. That's good, Olivia. And ready for a relationship. I'm just not sure how it all happened in the first place. Look, guys, sometimes men handle situations like health or death or grieving or anything like that in a very different way than women, okay? And they have to go into their little man cave and they separate from you, or they distance from you, or they isolate, or they do it all by themselves, okay? It's just a kind of a guy thing. Now, you might have a story that that's what he's like, or that's what men are like, or you just let them do that and have that story that that's all he's doing. He's in his little man cave and he's sorting out his emotions in his own way, in his own man way. Now, it's not true that all men are like that, but if you give it that story, then you won't be affected by it. It won't be anything about you and you won't take it personally. Okay? So just have that kind of story. Whatever story would help you, and that story you're saying is right. So do that. And how it happened in the first place might be that you heard a certain number of things that were going on with him and you thought, oh, I hope he doesn't pull away, or I hope he doesn't get too upset, or I hope he talks to me about it, or I hope this doesn't affect us. And then it will. You just have the smallest thing and then it'll affect you. Could be that. What thoughts did you have when you found out the first thing that went wrong, like a death in the family? I hope he's all right. Hope he talks to me about it. And then he might not. You know what I mean? It's going to be a small thought like that. Affirmations to get over childhood abandonment, not feeling good enough. Well, they're two different things. Not feeling good enough will probably be a result of being abandoned, right? So people in my reality always stay because I'm more than good enough. You can say ones like that, darling, okay? Use my I am chosen sleep tape as well. Loz, I feel like I need to restart and was watching old video dying to know whatever happened to Nancy. I don't know where Nancy went. Where is Nancy? I haven't seen her for ages. I was yelling at Nancy a lot, wasn't I? Poor Nancy. She really improved massively. Her self-concept was out of sight by the end. I haven't seen Nancy for ages. Poor Nancy. I've yelled at her so many times. On the old lives. I don't know where Nancy is. I don't know. Some people like get the hang of this and they don't watch anymore. Happens a lot. It's great. That's what I want for you guys. Hang on, where am I? Hey, Loz, what are your thoughts on making an alter ego to step into living in the end? Is it healthy? Well, Beyonce does that. Beyonce gets on stage as Sasha Fierce. She can't go on stage as Beyonce. She goes on as Sasha. Right? If you have an alter ego and that helps you, fucking do it, guys. I don't care what you do to live in the end. Do it. Thanks, Marie. Hi, Loz. SB got mad out of nowhere now. He's saying he's still mad about me not being there for him. He saw himself with me but needs a woman who is there for him, someone who trusts him. Marie, this guy, you've got some real story about him either being controlling in the relationship, or everything's on his terms, or you have no say, or he looks down on you, or he doesn't want what you want. What story are you still holding about him? Because the way it was before, he was kind of running the relationship like, I want money, you give me money. I run this thing and everything's on my terms. And it still sounds like it's on his terms again. Or he's just belittling you and putting you down and picking holes in you and saying something's wrong with you, which is just a reflection of I'm wrong and I do things wrong and there's something wrong with me, thinking about yourself. And then he'll reflect it in any kind of way. He can say it like, I don't trust you, or you don't trust me, so therefore this. But you might have, if he's saying he needs a woman who's there for me and you don't trust me, then if you got some sneaky thoughts in your mind, like, sorry, if you got some thoughts in your mind like he's still sneaky, I can't still trust him, and then he's reflecting that, do you really trust him, Marie? Do you really, really 100% trust him? I bet you don't, and that's why he's reflecting it. Because deep down you're worried he hasn't conformed. Deep down you're worried he's not the transformed guy. I've had that before with an old SP, and I realized it was so hard for me to see him fully transformed, even though he transformed completely in front of my eyes based on the way I was affirming about him. I still had this niggling thought that he would go back to the old him. He never did, but there were incidents where he would show up as the old him because I had a really hard time convincing myself that he wasn't the old him. That's when a new person's easier, Marie, because you've got some real fucking old story about this guy. And that old story is linked to the story about you being wrong, doing things wrong, fucking things up, not getting what you want, not getting the love, not being committed to because you're XYZ about you. Wrong, not enough, not chosen. That's the only reason why it's happening. So don't take to heart what he said. Investigate whether you thought you didn't trust him. Investigate what thoughts you're having about yourself. Investigate when he came back, if your self-concept started to slip, etc. How do I fix my family not seeing me as a priority or assuming they're always trying to put me down? Okay, so if you've got that story about your family, start writing letters to each of them. You don't have to give it to them. Just read it out as if they're sitting there telling them how you feel about the way they make you feel, what they've done in the past, okay? And get all those stories out and then write the new story of each of those people about how they treat you now and how beautiful they are to you, and the complete opposite of that, okay? And work on your self-concept, feeling good enough that no one puts you down. No one puts me down and I don't put myself down. So that. Hey, Loz, my friend owes me money. Can I manifest she gives it to me? Every time she says she's going to give it to me, she doesn't. Neville has a story like that where someone owed him money and he just imagined it back in his hand, or imagined having it back. And his wife wanted him to ask the person and he didn't. He refused to. Just imagine you've got it back. Imagine her saying, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I wasted so much time not giving this back to you. I took so long. It's back in your bank, or here it is, or Imagine ringing a friend and telling them you got it back. Uh-huh. Living consciously. So I know I'm thinking thoughts throughout the day, but I'm not aware of them. I assume they're positive since I am feeling good throughout. Is that what the Sabbath is? Is visualizing at night enough? Visualizing at night can be enough, but it's also on top of your mental diet during the day. If you think your mental diet's tickety boo and your thoughts are positive all day, well, great. That is the Sabbath. Good for you, darling. That's what you're doing. Great. I'm ready for a relationship, just not sure how it all happened in the first place. I told you. Yeah. Hi guys. Hi Lois. I'm so happy to catch you live right now. Oh, I'm struggling to work on my self-concept. Feel stuck doing motivating myself. What can I do, darling Lois? Okay, guys, when my self-concept course comes out, there'll be an assessment and you'll know what your self-concept problems are, okay? And you know what to work on. Feel stuck doing slash motivating myself. Well, if you feel stuck motivating yourself, then start saying things like, I'm so motivated. What's the alternative? Me just sitting here feeling shit about myself. If I don't fucking work on me, what's going to change? Nothing. Nothing will change in my reality. Fuck, Loz, get you off your ass. Fucking change this. Otherwise, you're still going to have the same reality next year. And then you'll be sitting here complaining. How bad do you want this? Bell. Say that. Oh my God, Loz, I've been waiting to tell you the amazing news. My SP and I welcomed our son last week. Oh, Brianna! Yay! Oh, congratulations. Oh, no, you sadly lost your daughter. Oh, that's right. You were having twins. Oh, darling, I'm so sorry. Oh, Brianna. My relationship with my parents is the best it's been in a while. Oh, good, darling. Oh, Brianna, I'm so sorry. My SP also got a job. We're working on getting a new place for our little family. Thank you so much for all you have done for me and to help me get to this place. Oh, well, that's bittersweet, isn't it, darling? Know that she's still with you, darling, okay? Oh, that's beautiful, though. You welcomed your son last week and everything's working out. Oh, that's wonderful, darling. Congratulations. I'm thrilled for you. Hey, yay. My first time here. I'm very impressed by your channel so far. Oh, thanks, Leanne. I have to pay rent in 2 months. And what would you do in this scenario, Loz? What, you don't have any money, you have to pay rent? Imagine it's paid. All my rent is paid. My rent is always paid. I never have trouble paying my rent. My rent is always paid. So, finally caught you live. My days, mate. Oh, Emily. Just saying. Thank you. Oh, thank you, RS. Little Dinky D. I've been with you from the beginning, Loz, so I can't believe I have to tell you this. I've been affirming, raging, playing my affirmations while I sleep, but I received foreclosure papers. Debbie. Oh, no, Debbie. Oh, shit. Affirming, raging, playing mathematics while I sleep, but I received foreclosure papers. Ugh. Look, guys, some things, like really shithouse things that happen in your reality, can be a bridge of incidents to something else, right? Like something like that. Say, for example, you've had such a hard time imagining keeping your house. The result of losing your house might mean that you get rid of the stress that you had and the constant worry you had about keeping that house, right? And it gives you a new state of being after the house is gone, that you don't have to worry anymore, and you just go and rent somewhere and you feel less stressed, and it's the best thing ever happened to you because now you're in the state of no stress. Things like that can happen, guys, even from the worst circumstances, okay? Or imagine that the foreclosure never happens, that it never goes through, that a recession or COVID or something changes the whole thing where you can stay. Okay, imagine you can stay. Imagine living there. Someone kindly gives you the money. Parents help you out. Family helps you out. Something, you don't have to worry about the how, just that you stay there. Either you leave and you start a new life fresh and new without stress, or you stay. Either way, darling. Okay, but sometimes a bridge of incidents that looks really shit can be leading you somewhere else that you didn't imagine. Hi, Loz. Saw my SP and he agreed to go for a coffee, but I saw him a month ago, but I'm not sure he hasn't arranged anything. Could you please help with some affirmations? Oh, no, darling. Okay, so you said a month ago to have coffee and nothing happened. Did you have a story that he's flaky? Do you have a story he might cancel on you? Do you have a story that he doesn't want you? What's your story about him? What's your story about men in general, like they're flaky or cancel on you, or you don't get the love you need, or things don't work out? Could be that. Do you have to feel like you already have the money, or can you manifest that it will come to you? Either way, darling, like my rent is always paid or money always comes to me. When I don't have money, money always comes. You can say always comes or you have it, whichever way works for you. Hang on, where am I? I'm getting lost here. Loz, I've been blocked for 3 months. Can you please give me affirmations to help? You're the best, Loz. Missed your live so much. I will be doing lives again this week, guys, on TikTok, I promise, because my dad's not staying here anymore. All right. Affirmations get unblocked. Just imagine talking to them. Just imagine the whole thing was a misunderstanding. Everything's forgiven and forgotten. You can't believe you weren't talking. You have a conversation like, oh my God, babe, I'm so stupid. I can't believe I blocked you. How dumb. I just misunderstood our conversation. I just got triggered by something. I'm so sorry. You can imagine a conversation like that. You can imagine talking all the time. Imagine ringing a friend and say, oh, we talk every day now. Everything's sorted out. Okay, go to the end. Don't worry about the blocking part right now. Do you think it's a good idea to be 100% sure and delusional about your manifestation, like not keeping your heart safe? Thoughts. What do you mean not keeping your heart safe? What do you mean? It's not delusional. Guys, if you're talking about delusion on my channel, have you watched me before, Canoe? It's not delusion. You're constantly manifesting what you previously thought and currently think. It's not delusional. You're not understanding that you created this. If anyone on my channel uses the word delusion, it makes me think they haven't listened to a word I've said. You created this out here. You're the only cause. Was that delusional? Were you deluded when you did that? That's where people use the word delusional with manifestation, don't understand they created what's already here. Was that delusional? No. So what's delusional about changing what you already caused? Can you do a sleep tape affirming against feeling like you always make mistakes? Yes, I am going to do that one. Someone asked me that, like, I can't do things wrong. I'm not wrong. There's nothing wrong with me. Everything works out for me. Yep. I'm going to do that one. Absolutely. I'm going to write that down. Sleep tape, make mistakes, do things wrong. Yep. I need that one. I actually have my own. I will, darling. And money. Yep. Hello, call you live? Yes. Oh, stop in spaces on Brittany's live. I'm new to your page. I've been working on your TikToks and YouTube videos, but this is my first time catching you live. Love you. Oh, Jersey Petite. Wonderful. Tanya, hey Loz, how can I manifest my dad to let me sleep over at my friend's house, let me go to certain places and pretty much give me the freedom to do what I want? My dad thinks I'm so responsible now. He thinks I'm the most responsible teenager he's ever met, most responsible child he's ever had. He lets me do what I want. He gives me so much freedom because he trusts me. He thinks I'm so responsible. I spend so much time at my friends' houses. I'm always sleeping over at my friends' houses, and imagine sleeping over there. Can you speak on the bridge of incidents? It's just what leads you to your manifestations, like a bridge you walk over, okay? You don't know what's happening, why it's happening, or how it's going to happen, but it's leading you somewhere. It's like you could get fired from your job and then you go to a party and you meet a friend through a friend and they offer you a job. That's the bridge. The going to the party was the bridge. The friend inviting you was the bridge. But you didn't know what was going to happen when you went to that party. That's a bridge of incidents. It leads you to your manifestation. So basically, I need to learn that SP can post girls on Insta and simply say they're just friends. Yes, darling. Otherwise, it's just you reflecting thoughts of you're not good enough and other girls compare to you and their competition. I think if I work on self-concept, I wouldn't care. I think because he doesn't repost my pics, and it doesn't mean anything because our chemistry overpowers that social media stuff. Just stop looking at it, darling, if it triggers you. And work on your self-concept. I'm struggling with SP. I know I need to focus on self-concept. Feeling like SP is not loyal, committed to me, and 3D proves it all the time. I answered that, Janelle. It was Joey, yes. He was like, you're saying SP wants a relationship with you means shit. And I'm just like, what? Please don't watch that channel. I've had to block him. People ask me in my Facebook group to block him from the Facebook group, to block him from the lives. And then he is so triggered, he made a video about me, paying out on me for removing him from my Facebook group or removing him from the lives or mentioning him on a live or something. And it was at the behest of all my followers, so many followers. He goes into girls' DMs and hassles them. He's had to make about 5 different TikToks because he keeps getting reported. Just so everyone knows, he got kicked out of Sammy Ingram's group. When I was in Sammy Ingram's group many years ago, they had to kick him out. There's something going on there where I wouldn't be anywhere near his channel. I don't have anything against the guy. I've just heard so much stuff from other people. I had to block him from my group. And I don't want to pay out on the guy on here, but I had to because so many people requested it because he was hassling people in DMs. I wouldn't be watching that guy's channel. There's something a bit, right? If you get blocked from everyone's manifestation group and you have to change your TikTok 5 times and have 5 different names and have 5 different channels because you keep getting reported, there's a problem. Okay? Just so you know. I don't want to bad mouth the guy, but that's the history. Okay. And it started way back when I was in Sammy's group, and I remember hearing all about him and I didn't know who he was. Been so long, been missing you. Oh, Manna. I decided to manifest SP2 as while working on self-coaching. I feel bad even saying that because he's probably a very nice guy. He just gets a bit triggered and probably not the best coach to be listening to, okay? Because I know he gets very triggered and he'll probably see this and get all triggered. And if Joey, if you saw this, I'm not saying anything bad about you. I'm just saying get your shit together, dude. Decided to manifest SP2 as while working on self-concept, he said he would date me again and admitted finding me attractive, made my first move and texted, but he never responded. He said he wasn't going to reply because he thinks it's a joke, and I'm not sure if he means that or if it's his way of rejecting me. Friends want me to message again, and other thinks I should move on. Why are you doing all this messaging, Brianne? How do I manifest him wanting me and for us to start talking? Why are you listening to friends, messaging him, doing it in the 3D? Well, this is a manifestation channel. What are you talking about? Friends said I should do this. No, they're just reflecting your need to contact because you don't believe you can do this with your mind. And your dumb friends are reflecting your thought out of your mouth, which is, I need to contact him to do this. And then he's treating you like shit in response because you feel like you have to pursue him and chase him. That's your thought. So that's what will happen. Brianne, start manifesting him instead of doing shit. I also didn't have any too good to be true thinking at all. I told myself the past was over and that this is my life and I deserve to be loved and I allow my SP to love me. Well, then, darling, you're going to have to figure out what it was, because if it wasn't too good to be true and it wasn't I'm not good enough and it wasn't things don't work out for me, well, I'm stumped. Some of you really don't know what your shit is. You're going to have to do my self-concept course, darling, and do the test and find out the assessment. Finally got to watch you live. It's 2 a.m. here. Oh, thank you, darling. Who's this? Who sent me a super chat? Hi, Miriam. Hi, Loz. I invited my SP to a concert and he said, of course, he'll go with me, but he told me to keep in mind he might be patrolling that day. What should I affirm him to go with me? Thank you. Look, that happened to me once on my birthday, and my SP told me he couldn't see me on my birthday because he had to look after his kid. And I was like, that's not happening. And I just saw us at a romantic restaurant looking at the sunset or looking at a view. And he took me to a romantic restaurant looking at the view. And miraculously, his son had to go to a camp on a Wednesday night, randomly, for one night, on the exact night. Just imagine you and your SP together at that concert having a great time. Imagine the scene. Imagine looking at him and smiling and saying, I'm so glad you didn't have to work. We had such a great time at the concert. Affirm things like that. Use your mind to imagine it's already happened and then describe to a friend how you had a great night at the concert as well. Things like that. The phone technique. And just put any thoughts out of your mind that the job is going to override it or is going to have to work or any of that stuff. No. We went to the concert. We had a great time. We had such a great time at the concert, and imagine it. Where am I? My childhood, my mother was never happy. Father worked a lot, never showed love. Emotions were mocked. Dreams were laughed at. Oh, okay. Never had a hug or told I was loved or supported. What does that mean? But I was never mistreated or hit and always taken care of. So, Canoe, trying to think back to your story, that means you'll always think you'll never get the love you need. Never showed love or emotions. So you'll get situations where the person won't give you love back. They might even bully you or tease you or say belittling things. They won't support you. When you're a child and the reflection you got back from your parents is you don't get love, you don't get affection, I can't even be here for you or support you, you'll assume that in all situations where love is involved. So you loved your parents. So any love situation, you'll assume the person won't be there for you, won't give you the love, you won't get the love you need. Your emotional needs, support, guidance, love, affection won't be met because they weren't met by your parents. Right? So you've got to say things like, I always get the love I need. Everyone is always there for me. I'm always supported. I'm always loved. I am so safe and secure. My partner makes me feel safe and secure. They're always there for me. They give me so much time and affection. Say those things. So the need for me to feel like what he is thinking and lock him down is my self-concept. If I know regardless he's my man, I wouldn't care. Rather we date. I think I want us to date to get the boyfriend treatment. And obviously I love him too. And we dated and I want that again. But the need and wanting is really bad self-concept. No, you're just worried about the interim. You're worried about the dating part. I want you to go to the end if you're already together. If you're already together, don't you go on dates? You're worried about how to get to the together, right? The dating part, that may not even be a relationship. That might be courting. That might be dating. Go to the end of you're in a relationship. If you're in a relationship, you go on dates, don't you? It's a pretty shit relationship. You don't go on any dates. Do you have any prices yet? I'm not sure yet, darling. I'm still going over it with Nahal, but I don't know. I'll get back to you when it's launched. You'll know. Okay. Um, it's also the tax implications because Australia, I have to charge tax on Australian people, and it's annoying. I want to stop repeating the old story, and again, even with my friends, but also and saying things that happened in the past and then feel bad about it. What's this? I want to stop repeating the old story, and again, even with my friends, will stop. But I always end up saying things that happened in the past and then feel bad about it. Okay, so if you're sitting around discussing stuff that happened in the past with your friends, don't beat yourself up and be like, decide. I can say whatever I want and it doesn't fuck things up. Say that. I can discuss everything with my friends and it doesn't fuck my manifestation up. Say that if you can't fucking help yourself. Do I have an estimated price for the paid Facebook? I think the Facebook group's going to be $40 a month. Okay. And that includes the 2 coaching sessions that are live. You can watch them back. And then Facebook Friday will be in there too. And I'm also going to have mentors to help you with your questions. Okay. And I'm not sure about the self-concept course yet, guys, but I'll let you know. So the Facebook group will be the alternative for coaching and the courses. If you don't want the course and you don't want the coaching, you can just go in the Facebook group and every week you can watch 2 live sessions of coaching, me coaching 6 people and another 6 people. So you get 12 sessions of coaching and your problems will probably come up in their coaching, right? So you won't even have to pay for coaching or the course. You can just watch the Facebook lives every week. Hang on. What does it say about my self-concept if I'm still kind of worried about a third party that you're not chosen and other girls compare to you? And I've manifested more than one third party in the past. Yeah, just a whole lot of I'm not chosen, I'm not good enough. I'm working on self-concept altogether, but I can't figure out why I feel neglected. Well, it just feels like you're being neglected because other people are chosen over you. I'm not chosen. Go and do my I'm chosen sleep tape more than anything. What if we just want to support you, Loz, but may not need the course or one-to-one coaching? Any other options for this? That's all right, darling. You just do the Facebook group. It's all right, darling. That's very sweet of you. When will your course be available? I think in about 3 weeks. Okay. I want this job, which was advertised, trying to manifest it, and now it's disappeared from job sites, giving good meaning that it's mine, as the boss is my family friend and he will reach out to me. This again. I want this job, which was advertised, trying to manifest it, and now it's disappeared from job sites. Oh, giving a good meaning that's mine. The boss is my family friend and reach out to me. We do that, darling. It's like a house being taken off the market. We'll just decide, oh, that's good. No one else can buy it. Then I can have it. You know what I mean? Like decide that the job is yours. No one else can get it because no one even knows about it. The job's in the bag that way. Loz, I think I finally got how to get in a relationship with SP again, thanks to you. Basically, the reason we aren't together because although I may be affirming he wants to be with me, in the back of my head, I'm using the excuse he's telling me on why we aren't dating anymore. Yes. So if I just act like he's my boyfriend, even if he doesn't call every day, and just say he's my boyfriend, then he will be. You've just got to decide in your mind, get rid of all the reasons why you can't be together. All the reasons why you think he thinks you can't be together, and all the reasons you think you can't be together, and just imagine you're together in your mind. Yes. Exactly what you said. How come there are days where I really miss SP and get so upset, and days where I don't care? I catch myself working on my self-concept, affirming for them some days, and on other days, just me. I'm super confused. Sometimes you might feel more confident than others in your self-concept, and you're not worrying about them so much. Guys, sometimes this really happens in my group where a lot of people are really, really strong on their self-concept and they start forgetting about their SP a little bit or find new ones. It happens. Where am I here? Linda, I rewrote the story when the old insecurities crept in. He's just busy. He still loves me. He's just doing whatever he needs to do so we can be together because I'm the best he's ever had. That's great, Linda. That's a great story. Wonderful. Hi, Victoria. I've been going to work as I've been struggling with, you haven't been going to work, I've been struggling with mental health. I got told I wasn't allowed any more days off. I'm worried about going to work tomorrow, worried about being fired. What can I do? Just imagine everyone's really understanding about your mental health issues. They've all got their own. They understand. When you go back to work, everything's fine. You feel content there. You feel safe. You feel good. Your anxiety has gone away. Okay? Don't worry about being fired. If you imagine you're going to be fired, you'll be fired. But they can't just fire you because you had some days off. Okay? Decide that that can't be possible. Can we manifest someone regardless of sexual orientation? Well, just imagine they love you. You may not change them being gay, but you can imagine they're in love with you. Right? You're not changing the outside, guys. You're only changing what they feel and think about you. Okay? You can't change the outside circumstances. You're changing, but by changing the outside circumstance, you're not changing their sexuality. You're just imagining they love you. Right? Loz, is there a self-concept associated with procrastination? Yes, feeling not good enough. Any tips or affirmations to overcome putting things off? I don't know what it is, but I notice it with work projects and school stuff. You feel like you're going to fail. You feel like it doesn't matter what you do, you're going to fuck it up. It could be a fear of failure, a fear that you're going to be ridiculed, that you're not going to do it well. It could be a fear of success, that when it happens and it succeeds, that you're going to get too much tension. You won't be able to handle it because you won't be able to handle the compliments. It can be a whole lot of things, darling, but it's a whole lot of feeling not good enough, which is why my self-concept course took so long to make, because I procrastinated. It's not because I was working hard on it. It's because have been my whole life and I'm not anymore a master procrastinator because I'm a perfectionist. Because I assume it won't be good enough, so I put it off. Right? I do not know what to do because my mind goes back and forth. Right now I'm blocked, but I'm affirming to be unblocked. But I'm afraid the next day I'll change my mind, delay my manifestation. Why are you worried about you're going to fuck up your own manifestation? Where are you getting that thinking from? You're fucking it up by thinking you're going to fuck it up. I can't do things wrong. My manifestations always work out for me. I'm not wrong. I don't do things wrong. Say that. I'm reading 5 Lessons by Neville Goddard. It's great. I love how he breaks down the Bible and the connection between how we manifest our lives. Mind blowing. Yes. The 5 Lessons is basically from one of his lectures, I think, and then someone turned it into a book. I don't know if it was an actual book in his lifetime. He's saying, I'm not ready. Yeah, well, you've probably got a story that you're not the relationship, like you're not ready for relationships. You've got some issues. There's something wrong with you. And then he'll say that. Doesn't matter what they say. It's a reflection of what you think about you. What do you think about you? That there's something wrong with you? That you're not enough? There you go. He said it, but just in a weird way, like you're not ready. He just reflected your feeling of being not good enough for him, for a relationship, for life in general. Thinking. So my lease is unexpectedly up. I'm mainly affirming this is a great thing as I need a better floor plan in the same building. The front desk instilled doubt in me, stressing me out. The front desk instilled doubt in me. Well, take that doubt away, darling. Just imagine you live where you want to live in a new place with a new floor plan or whatever you want to live. Doesn't matter what someone threw at you or tricked you or made you feel weird about. Forget that. Don't be thrown by it. That's a 3D. Hang on, guys. I'm getting lost here. Kate Clever, no question. I was just grateful for you and all your help. Oh, darling. Hang on. Where am I? I'm seeing a whole lot of super chats, but not. God damn it. Here we are. What are good affirmations if someone has fuckboy traits? No, they don't. That's just your thinking and is only physical with you to change. Cindy, that's you just thinking you're not good enough and you're used and you're friends with benefits and you're not enough to be the girlfriend. It's got nothing to do with him. That fuckboy could be another girl tomorrow who's got better self-concept than you and will marry that bitch. It's a reflection of you. You'll also pick people who won't choose you like fuckboys, then they'll stay that way because you feel unchosen. Until you feel chosen by them and chosen in general, they won't choose you and they'll remain a fuckboy. You chose him in the first place, didn't you? Why'd you choose a person who's not going to choose you and chooses others? Because you don't feel chosen. It's direct reflection. The person you choose is a direct reflection of what you think about yourself. Thought transmission is instant. So every time I affirm, he thinks it. No, it goes into his mind, but when he actually thinks it and it reflects back to you, we don't know. Is that why he told me he thought about me 24/7? Well, it can be, yes. Where do I start manifesting a husband, be happily married? Well, decide you are. Decide right now you are married with a happy husband, happily married. Imagine that's true. Loz, I've got to tell you, I crossed paths with SP. Hello, movement. Didn't talk, but we saw each other. Oh, do you Great movement. I'm moving across the country from SP in a year and a half. It's been a year since SP has come back and still only offering friends benefits. He's also prepping for a job that will take him overseas for years. Well, Shana, if you've got friends benefits and someone not choosing you and someone distancing from you, you got a whole lot of things don't work out for me. I'm not good enough to even be the girlfriend. They can't even stay in the same state as me, thinking. It's your self-concept, John. Woohoo. Oh, you're saying woohoo, pretty good. Check out my success story about getting rid of the roach of a third party. Oh, I didn't see it. Where is it? Did you put it in the Facebook? Because you post it yourself. I don't get notified about it. How annoying. New affirmation. I always get the love I need from the people I want it from. That's great. I always get the love I need from the people I want it from. That's wonderful, Labrea. I want him to leave his job and move with me for me. I feel like I've lost my way because this seems like so many obstacles and such a big problem to tackle. Where do I start again, Loz? If you think the distance is a problem, you think the job's a problem, you think friends with benefits is a problem, it will be a problem. They're only obstacles if you think they are, darling, and you're focusing on them and they'll stay there. Help, please, Laws. I'm struggling to live in the end. Guys, use your imagination. When you were a child, did you not imagine things very easily? Try and do that again as an adult. That's what living in the end is, using your imagination. Or script if you can't do it with your mind. My brand is having a big sale. I've been really focused on success, wanting sales, fun, good times, etc. Being having great feeling. It's very exciting. Oh, Victoria, wonderful! Congratulations. It's in the Facebook group. Oh, good. Did you just post it today or was this previous one? Should I affirm that our relationship isn't pending anymore and that he's ready for a full relationship with me? Yes. Stop saying impending. Who wants to be in pending mode? I'll check that thing. Okay, good. Hi, Loz. SP went really quiet and I shouldn't be thinking he's met someone else, but I can't help it again. Feeling so angry with myself. Stop thinking that, guys. Don't go to the worst case scenario. Start thinking they fell down a well. Why do you think I keep saying you fell down a well? It's the easiest explanation. I saw a poor bear who fell down a well the other day. And I thought that's how we need to imagine our SPs. Just stuck down a well like that bear and someone had to hoist them out with some big ropes and a fire truck. Right? That's where he is. You just hit on where I need help. Friend zoned. I understand it's me. Comparing, believing I'm unworthy. Yes. Childhood, no attention. I need to hear this again. How self-concept turn this around. I can do this. Look, guys, if you felt unworthy as a child, not given enough attention, then you'll assume your SP won't give you attention either. Okay? I get all the attention I need. I'm the new me. That's the old me. My childhood was all kind of fucked up. My parents were all fucked. They didn't know how to love a child, but my SP knows how to love me, and I get all the love I need. This man better be hot as fuck like Henry Cavill or Chris Evans, Marie. Yes, Simon's face. Guys, when you put them on a pedestal like that, if I see them one day and they don't fucking look like, well, I don't like either of those guys, but you know what I mean? Jason Momoa, I'll be like, you're pedestaling that dude. Thank you. You're helping me grow, and I see myself changing every day. So grateful for you. Oh, good, Angela. SP got married yesterday, and I only spiraled for a short time. Oh, Craig. Prior to that, last week, I was in the feeling of wish fulfilled for 3 days. Do you think it's just a purge? Just decide it is, darling. People can be married for 72 days, Kim Kardashian style. Just decide they do that. Fuck the marriage. It doesn't matter. It's just a circumstance. Circumstances don't matter. Do you know the amount of people who I had calls with whose SPs got married and now they're talking to the person I had the call with all the time, seeing them all the time, sleeping with them all the time, being with them all the time? Marriage is falling apart? A few. I don't want to name names, but it's happened. Okay. Circumstances don't matter. Marriage is just a circumstance. I did slightly put him on a pedestal. No shit. But I was on as well. Like when he'd call me pretty and divine, I'd tell him I know, right? Instead of normally being like, no one embraces his compliments. Well, that's good, Maggie. My SP texted me with a long apology stating he wants to be friends again, but then he vanished again. Oh no, darling. Well, just imagine he'll be back. Okay. Imagine he was just nervous. Give it a reason why he's disappeared again. Like, oh my God, he purged his guts out and confessed a whole lot of feelings. And he's a bit embarrassed. He'll be back in a couple of days. Yay, Charlies. My affirmations have been, I deserve love. It's okay for me to be loved. My past is relevant, no longer rules me. I'm divine. I'm ethereal. Since I realized I felt guilty for being loved, I used the ones you've given me and really came to embrace that state of my thoughts. I'm thinking it might be a deep-rooted belief that men being bad, but I didn't even see SP that way. Yeah, well, it could just be about men in general. Absolutely. Off subject, I love your accent and the way you simply say no. No, love. Wonderful. Thanks, Nicolette. Hi, Lois. My psychologist says she's never met anyone who can manifest money like me, that she's in awe. Oh, wonderful. You have to teach that psychologist your ways. That's great. Can you see my question? I did, Christina, didn't I? An automatic thing. Hang on, where's the beginning of it? Christina, write it again, darling. I can't see it. I can see little comments you made, but not a question. Hang on, where am I? Oh, God, this jumped. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Jenny. What are you saying, Marie? I guess I'm still thinking and struggling about being used still. Need affirmations on that. Marie, you've just got a fucking story that this guy is like the ant's pants and that he doesn't treat you well. And that's based on you. But if you can't see him as a guy who won't use you anymore, this whole thing's fucked. And you just have to go and find someone else because the story about him is so strong. Right? Unless you can fully believe that he's a completely transformed guy and he's never going to use you again. One day, Marie, I reckon you're going to meet a guy, he's going to come out of the blue, and you're going to look back on that guy as the world's biggest fucking knob and be like, I can't believe I like that guy so much. Just like I feel about my ex who rings me on my old phone all the time and I don't even answer. I look at him like I feel sorry for him. And I can't believe I used to love him as much as I did. because I've leveled up so much. I don't want a person like that. And even though he completely transformed and conformed into the guy I wanted, I still didn't want him. Right? You're going to have to make a decision. Either you can completely see him in you and yourself in you, or you can't. If you can't see that guy in you, Marie, get someone else. I'm really serious because I'm sick of hearing about this fuckwit. Where am I? Hang on, Maggie. Did slightly okay, I saw that one. My affirmation, I saw that one. Hang on. I keep being shown that I'm having this idea I'm not allowed to have X, Y, Z. I noticed it with being denied a key at work, being told that I can't have an order, any affirmative thoughts. If these things don't work out for me, I never get what I want. They're the thoughts. I always get what I want. Things always work out for me. I'm always given everything I need. People always give me what I want. They're under my spell. They're mesmerized by me. They do and fucking say what I want, Scarlett. Say that. I got coaching done from him back in November, and I don't recommend him at all. He barely helped me out. I'm getting coaching done from someone else now. God, don't go do coaching with him. Jesus Christ. Shit, no. Guys, I'm not joking when I say he's been kicked out of everyone's groups. Okay, I don't want him to ever see this because I don't want to badmouth the guy, but there's something going on there. Like, people begged me to get rid of him out of the Facebook group, and I had no problem with him. People were like, he's hassling us in the DMs. Please get rid of him. I was like, oh, didn't even know he was there. Right. And I was also affirming that men don't hurt me anymore. I'm not the girl that gets hurt anymore. That's great. Me and SP are still on good terms, which is huge improvement because my breakups almost always ended in a huge fight, me being triggered and stuff. This is the first time it ended on good terms. We're still friends and talk. Do I need to focus more on that? Maybe I need more time. If they always ended in fights, then obviously you weren't in control of your triggers before, okay? In a huge fight. Men don't hurt me anymore. Yes, but you've got to understand, it's not that men, if you've got a story that men hurt you, then you really haven't understood that you caused them to hurt you. You understanding that? If you're saying men don't hurt me anymore, you've got a story that men are people who hurt people. Men don't hurt you. You hurt yourself with your own triggers. You got triggered by your own triggers. Maggie, there's the problem there. The whole problem is what you just said. I'm affirming that men don't hurt me anymore. Please don't say that. Please don't say I'm not the girl that gets hurt anymore. Please don't say that. Because in that is an assumption that other people outside of you are in control of what happens to you. You are causing your own hurt. You've got to own that and understand that. If you're still looking at other people as the people who might hurt you, then it's going to continue to happen. And you're affirming that out of a state of fear that other people outside of you hurt you. Now, what happened to you, Maggie, as a child where someone hurt you? Right? Guys, if people continually hurt you, that's your dominant state of being. I'm a person who gets hurt. Well, why do you feel that about yourself? Where are you getting that from? Been in such a peace for the last week and great self-concept talk. Plus SP has been really coming in like I always wanted. Thanks for the self-concept. Thanks for the self-concept for myself. Oh, Jen, wonderful. Hey, Laws, eventually getting to see you live. Any tips on how to live in the end? Use your imagination every night as you fall asleep in the wish fulfilled. Imagining a scene that would imply your wish has been granted. Your wish is here. It's here now. Okay, every night as you fall asleep, guys, fall asleep. And then wake up in the morning. Use my waking up in the morning meditation on here on the YouTube and use it. Hey, Laws, eventually getting to see you live. Yeah, I saw that one. Jen, I'm manifesting us to be married and him coming to the States. I really find this peaceful and calming knowing he's going to come because I'm the only one with free will. I love knowing it's done. Good, Jen, do that. That's great. Yes, imagine you living where you want to live together with him. Hi, Loz. I'm finding I do really well affirming and living in the end during the day, but at the end of the day, when I'm feeling tired, old story and doubts creep in. Any tips on building endurance? Look, guys, sometimes there are points in the day where you'll feel lonely or feel stuffed or feel exhausted or feel anxious, and then the old story thoughts creep in. Just try and keep on top of them, okay? Just don't allow that to think that you're going to fuck it up. Lots I've reached a point of such profound emotional control that I literally don't react to threat anymore. Wow, Ash. It's such a weird and empowering feeling. Now I just assume and manifest easy. Oh, wonderful, darling. That's great. Hooray. Good for you. How to manifest your SP to move where you are. Imagine you're living together there. Imagine them living with you. Imagine meeting them at the airport, kissing them, moving all their stuff in, exhausted at the end of the day after moving, deciding where to put his cups in your cupboard, all that stuff. Uh-huh. Loz, every time I have doubts, I think of you yelling at me and going off, and it helps, lol. Sorry. Loz, do we have to do shadow work to manifest successfully? I don't believe in shadow work, darling. What I believe in is changing your dominant habitual thinking that was caused by your childhood beliefs, okay? So if you call that shadow work, okay, but I don't believe in that shadow stuff because that's talking about you having a shadow side, a dark side, something in you have to change that's bad. I don't like that expression. It's fucked up and it's making you feel like there's something wrong with you. Don't say that. What I teach is changing your thinking, which is caused by your childhood beliefs. So yes, you have to do that, but it's not shadow work. I wouldn't be watching anyone who uses the word shadow work. Hi, Loz. Hi, Nadia. John, oh my God, I log in and hear somebody making my mistake. No, never assume they find someone else. Yes, never assume that, please. Loz, I feel so confident with my manifestations when I watch your lives. Thank you. Ah, good, darling. Sorry, missed the beginning of it live. SP 17 years and I've been broken up. Yes, I answered it. Go back at the beginning, darling, watch it. Hello, Loz. What was the app you used? I asked you, I am a Queen 83. What actually happened at the end? What were the insecure thoughts you were having? That's what I asked you and you didn't answer me. Inpatient facility for a week. Oh, yeah, I saw all that. You've got to tell me what were your insecure thoughts during the marriage so I can help you. What is the app you use for affirmations? Just VLC. It's a player on App Store, guys. It's free. Why am I getting a weird porn thing popping up? Jesus. Report. Pornography report. Oh, God. I'm on a mental diet, stronger than I ever knew I could have for the past week and a half, and now I want advice for inward conversations with SP, and no part of this is to ignore that she got married. Yes. I persist because we have 7 children. We have 7 children with SP, but no, I can do better, so I'm still affirming for new SP. I feel I can have both. Yes, do that, darling. See yourself with both if you want to. See yourself with having a girlfriend and a wife if that's what you want, Craig. Be all sister wives about it if that's what you really want. Just imagine you have what you want. See your family back together and see you with the other SP if that's what you really want. I've been wanting to reach out to him, but I feel like I should give him the time to heal from family stuff and his dog. I've been manifesting him reaching out to me and being healed and ready. We'll say that, darling, and do that. Olivia, that's better than you reaching out in not a state of confidence, being worried about the outcome. Let him come to you if you can do that. Otherwise, reach out with confidence, but it's up to you. So if I'm manifesting him reaching out, I just believe it's already done and I should let him reach out. Yes. Hey, Loz, can you explain your cat cyst at the doctor story? Oh, so when I took the cat to the doctor, she looked at me and told me it was cancer. And I said, what? And I said, no, I want you to do a biopsy. Can you do a biopsy on it? She said, what's the point? The cat is 20 years old. There's no point putting a biopsy and then finding out it's cancer. What are you going to do after that? Kind of meaning like you'd have to put it down if I come out of here and tell you it's cancer. And I said, do the biopsy anyway. And I made her do it. And she took the cat out the back room to do the biopsy. And I sat crying my eyes out. And in my head, I was saying, it's just a cyst. It's just a cyst. It's just a cyst. It's just a cyst. And she came out 10 minutes later with a syringe full of fluid. She said, oh, look, the fluid's all clear. It's just a cyst. Yes, I think I might have been unconsciously doing it like the opposite because I had deep-rooted fear of them doing that. Like I said, it was always abuse. I was always in abusive, toxic relationships. Well, Maggie, you have to figure out how you got in them in the first place. It's not the relationships, it's you, right? I saw a thing today, and it was a really horrible story on my TikTok, and it was about a guy who'd been really physically abused, like with knives and things by his partner who he had children with. And the mother was there talking about it, and I would love to know what his history was, this guy, if he was actually abused as a child or what happened with the mother or where the father was for this guy to have gotten this situation in a kind of men too kind of story where he was physically abused and emotionally and psychologically abused by this woman. I was dying to know. The abuse never happens on its own. It doesn't get created in a vacuum. Toxic relationships don't get created in a vacuum, guys. It came from somewhere, and that's your thinking about yourself and about others. So when you were saying it was just a cyst, did you believe it was just a cyst? Oh yeah, I was panic affirming in the doctors that that's what it was, and I was saying it like certainty, with certainty that that's what it is. I was banishing any horrible thoughts of cancer out of my mind, and anytime, like she's still got this cyst on her head. Anytime she's 21 in a month. Anytime I think any bad thoughts about anything about her, I banish them immediately and say something else in my mind. You're so healthy. You're the healthiest 21-year-old pussycat anyone's ever seen. I banish it instantly. All right, guys, I've got to go soon because I've been here for an hour and 19 minutes. What should we call this live? Um, old story of SP. And what else do we talk about? Um, reaching out, contacting them, contact them, question mark. What else do we talk about? Or toxic men. We'll call it toxic men, old story of SP. Okay, that's what the thumbnail will be. Hello, Loz. Oh, I saw that one. Might sound like a stupid question. No stupid questions, darling. But what does is make a difference if your SP was never your partner, like they're your friend? Doesn't matter, darling. Just imagine them with you. It doesn't matter if they never were with you. My brain kind of shut down from all those years, and I've forgotten a lot of my childhood and early teen years. I'm using it to my advantage to fill in the gaps. Well, darling, if you blocked out a lot of your teen years, doesn't it tell you something? Obviously, something happened to you. You blocked it out. So that's why you're getting in these toxic relationships now, aren't you? So what beliefs do you have about you based on your childhood that are perpetuating now in your adulthood? Oh, you recently realized 4 months ago the belief that when your mum was a narc, never met my dad, and he tried to kidnap me twice. Right. So if your mum kept you from love, kept you from a person who loved you, okay, and controlled you, you'll get in relationships where people control you, narcissists, and you'll get abandoned by people because your dad abandoned you, or you'll be in relationships that are toxic and weird and fucked up, like your parents was, with kidnaps and narcissism and abandonment. So you got a whole lot of story about what relationship looks like. Relationships are bad. Relationships are fucked up. If guys, your parents' model of relationships and how they spoke to each other and treated each other is such a model. I remember I used to go to people's houses when I was a kid where the parents got along and weren't throwing plates at each other's heads and weren't screaming at each other and strangling each other. And I used to think, God, this house is weird. What's wrong with these people? Right. Hang on. You're the best, by the way. Thank you for changing my life. Oh, Craig, you're welcome. All right, guys, any more questions? I'm affirming that my shy cat loves cuddles and scratches, and she is becoming more affectionate. Little win feels good. Oh, wonderful. He is becoming more affectionate. Oh, that's great, darling. Do that, yes. Thank you so much for your help, Loz. I've been wanting your advice for a really long time. I really appreciate you introduced me to law of assumption, and when he came back the first time, it was within a week. It'll be that fast this time too. Yes, darling. If you've got them before, you'll get them back now. Sometimes it's just you've developed an older story about them now. It's just taking a little bit longer because the story is longer. That's all. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be live this week on TikTok. I promise. I might actually do it as an event so everyone knows I'm actually doing lives again. Okay. And you can subscribe to that event on TikTok. Make sure you follow me there. And I will put the thumbnail old story of SP and toxic men so you can watch this back. I think it's number 56. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. And thanks for the super chats. And I'll see you soon. Bye.